Trex, the company that makes decks and other things, believes it will continue to grow its business into next year. I'm joined by CEO Jim Cline. Nice to see you here, Jim.
Nice to see you, Rhonda.
I find it very interesting that when you look ahead with your own projections, you really look at consumer confidence as a way to mirror what you can expect at your own company.
Absolutely. Trex is a repair and remodeling spend. We're about 95% repair and remodeling, and we track that consumer confidence very closely.
So everyone is talking about the Fed raising interest rates. Have you thought about, will this be an impact? Could it be a negative, especially on the mortgage side, people that might take a second mortgage to do some repairs around their home?
Well, we think the interest rates still remain low, even if the Fed does take action. We think it'll have a minimal impact on the outdoor decking products.
What is it about the products now, do you think, that is really attracting new customers in? Where's the growth coming from?
Well, I think people are looking for a way to minimize the amount of effort they spend on their deck. Our Transcend decks and deck technology basically offers a 25-year fade stain warranty, so they don't have to worry about ruining that deck if somebody would happen to spill a glass of wine or drop a hamburger on the deck.
So they're attracted to the ease, the long-term viability of a product like that. In terms of what's that mean for your numbers? We did in Q3 see revenue slightly down a little bit, and I guess there was some seasonality in terms of when projects were booked. But what about Q4 2016 in terms of a general growth trajectory?
The growth trajectory remains strong. If you looked at the trailing 9 months, we're approximately at 12% growth through the first 9 months, and we're seeing a very strong growth for the fourth quarter. Part of that is coming from market share gains. We saw the market only growing about 5% during 2015, so we're seeing good progress in the market share growth.
How about internationally?
Internationally, we're expanding well also, despite the fact that the exchange rates are working against us.
Yeah.
Many nations, such as Canada and Europe, Australia, saw a 25 to 30% exchange rate impact on their prices. We sell in US dollars, therefore they have to pass that on to the consumers. And we're growing at a faster rate internationally than we are domestically.
What are you seeing beyond the currency factor input costs right now for goods?
We're very fortunate in that Trex boards are 95% recycled material, and we have seen stability in prices. We are not affected by the change in oil prices up or down. So if you looked at our cost structure today, it's essentially the same as what it was 8 years ago from a raw material input cost.
How about on the labor side? Are you having to pay more to get workers?
We pay more because we think our employees add great value to Trex. We're one of the highest paying firms in our Winchester location. We've been able to attract great talent through that, and they participate very well with management in solving problems and bringing cost reduction initiatives forward.
In terms of changing the product mix, you're now in the plastic pellet business. So tell me about that. What is the intended market for that and the projected growth for that?
Yes, we moved into this market just about a year ago, and we're getting a fairly slow start to it. Basically, the product is a pellet that is used as an input for the manufacture of molded products, bags, sheet, or film. So somebody who originally would use a product such as a virgin polyethylene pellet that's made from oil, they would use our recycled pellet instead.
So why are you off to a slow start then?
If you looked at the price of virgin polyethylene a year ago, it was about $1.09 a pound. Today it's between 60 and 65 cents. So the value proposition for the buyers of our recycled pellets is not as great as it was before.
So where are your headwinds, do you think, in 2016? Because it sounds like there's a lot of things going right, but I know you're an executive, so you've got to lose sleep over something.
Well, we worry about the economy. We can't really affect the economy, but we need to plan ahead for it. We also pay attention to the weather. We do long-range forecasting to get a feel for whether the weather conditions are going to be strong as we enter the season or not. And right now what it's telling us is a good entry to the season, as opposed to, for example, last year where Boston was knee-deep in snow at least, or the year before where the full northern tier of the United States had that polar vortex.
All right, so you've made a projection, no snow, maybe in the Northeast, or not a lot of snow.
Not a lot of snow going into late March and April.
All right, we'll take that. Jim Cline, great speaking with you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for TheStreet.